So as if the global handover was not negative enough, we have all of these expiries to deal with. The only good thing is that it's a truncated week for us, Thursday being a holiday, so maybe some respite for the market. That's still a few days away, so let's address what we have right now. In terms of the kind of cuts that we've seen, no matter how positive the news has been in terms of semaglutide launches or if it's auto wins, other than DCX systems, you had all the other stocks that were deep under pressure when it came to that auto win category. But let's discuss the overall market trend, how the charts are placed on the technicals, and more importantly, what are some next support levels to be watching out for. Let's welcome on board Mr. Rupak Dey, the Senior Technical Analyst at LKP Securities. Rupak, hi, thanks so much for your time. First of all, talk to us if there is any indications on the charts whatsoever of a very solid support level. Are you eyeing any number? Is there any indication where this route stops?
Hi, Snehi. First of all, I would like to say that there is no significant support line ahead of Nifty. I don't think Nifty has a support. Eventually, we have a support at 22,300, but it looks very much fragile. But if it falls, if the Nifty falls below 23,300 decisively, then further correction from there of around 500 point can be seen, and that correction would be might be very sharp. On the other hand, we have a resistance. We have a resistance at 22,500. Call writers are there. If Nifty sustains above 22,500 decisively, then it is likely to move up higher. And lot of things depends on Iran and the US decision, how they take the things forward today. So we might witness significant movement in tomorrow's trading session. Also, we can see that there's a big straddle formation at the Nifty ATM, which is 400 points ATM. We can see at Nifty ATM, which is generally high as compared to normal. So tomorrow, also we have NSE FNO expiry for the weekly contract. So tomorrow it will be action-packed day. Both long side and short side trades would be seen.
Hi Rupak, this is Harshya. Rupak, the Nifty Bank has underperformed the Nifty 50 index by quite a bit. Today, of course, but even otherwise over the last maybe month or so. What's next with regard to the Nifty Bank in terms of levels? It seems like the Nifty Bank is in free fall, especially after what's played out on HDFC Bank in particular.
So Nifty Bank also has given a significant breakdown. Previously, it was showing significant outperformance against Nifty, but then it fell below its important moving average and it kept on falling. Now it has a very good support, which is around 48,000, where the 200 weeks moving average lies. So I think the short-term future might be very bumpy for Bank Nifty. On the higher end, we have a resistance at 52,000. Till the time it is remaining below 52,000, I think sellers will outperform the buyers in the days to come.
Okay, so that is the strategy coming in. But Rupak, at a time like this, talk to us about which stocks are seeming safer. What would your stock specific bets be at this hour?
So I found that Hindalco has given a consolidation breakdown on the daily chart, and the stock is looking very good for the downfall. I think on the lower end, it might extend its downside towards 770. But for the time being, I would stick to 810 as my target. So I would recommend a sell at around 840 for a target of 810, and the stop loss can be kept at 860. The next call would be Power Grid. The stock is showing strength amid this conflict, amid this volatility. So I would go with a buy call at Power Grid at around 302 for a target of 317, and the stop loss would be at 290.
Okay. All right. Wait back, Rupak. What we're going to do is we have Mithali joining us with some of the stocks that have been in focus today, both on the back of corporate announcements and big buzzers. Mithali here with that list. We'll go back to Rupak in just a minute. Mithali.
Right, so the markets continue their selling spree, and talking about the stock specific action, we had the aviation stocks which were under pressure. Now the shares of Indigo and SpiceJet, they remain under stress after the government removed the temporary air caps on the domestic airfare prices. These caps were introduced following the Indigo's disruption in December, and their removal is now expected to increase the pricing competition, impacting the company's margins. Moving to the gold, which sees sharp correction, the gold prices witnessed a steep fall of around 5%, marking one of the sharpest declines in over decades. The fall was driven by weak global cues and also profit booking at elevated levels. As a result, the companies which are linked to the gold, stocks like Muthoot Finance, IIFL Finance, MCX, Manappuram Finance, Titan, all were under pressure in today's trading session. Talking about DCX Systems, that company gains on stronger order wins. So the company moved higher after securing a 563 crores of order from Maritime Patrol Radar Systems. The company's order book, it now stands at around 3,000 crore rupees, providing strong revenue visibility for the coming 2 to 2.5 years. Moving ahead to Power Grid, which has raised their capex guidance. Company has increased its FY26 capex guidance to 35,000 crore rupees, a 25% jump from its initial estimates. The company has already achieved over 100% of its earlier capex target and nearly 91% of its capitalization guidance, indicating stronger execution momentum. Lastly, L&T, we had a clarification coming in from the company about the Middle East operations. The company stated that 95% of its project sites in the Middle East are operating normally with no major disruptions whatsoever. However, with the company flagged logistics and supply chain challenges as near-term concerns, and despite this reassurance due to the broader market sentiments, the stock was under pressure in the trade today.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Mitali. Rupak, among all of that which did okay on a day like this was the Nifty IT index. It's really stood out. And what do you make of the kind of move? Because we fell pretty precipitously, but we recovered also fairly well. What does this signal to you? And would you play IT at this point at all?
No, actually, I would like to stay cautious in IT space.
Okay.
I think the significant breakdown below its previous swing low. So till the time it is remaining below 31,500, I would not touch IT for longer term play.
Okay, so that's on IT. Rupak, I'm very interested in knowing your view on some of these big names that have seen very sharp corrections today. Something like a Titan is lower by 6%. Similar cut for Trent. You have L&T that has constantly been seeing some shaving off to its stock price. Do you believe now would be good times, maybe if not immediately tomorrow or sometime this week, but in the near term, would be a good entry point to start relooking at some of these names?
Yeah, I would discuss the chart of Titan. I'm finding that the stock has given a consolidation breakdown, but eventually it has reached its 200 days moving average, where it might find initial level of support. And I think if the level of 3750 is not broken decisively, I think there might be some significant recovery in the days to come. So one might initiate a buy position around this level with a stop loss of 3750. And on recovery, I expect the stock move towards 4,000.
Okay. All right. Rupak, I wonder if you have a view on some of the larger cap names which have seen significant correction. Again, you got the likes of an L&T, for example, a Trent, for example, from those 8,000 levels, it's currently languishing at around 3,000, 3,300. Also an Indigo, for example. What do you make of these names?
Yeah, definitely. They are likely to make a longer term bet constitutes, but one need to add them in a staggered manner, because I don't think the correction has ended, or there is an indication that the correction is going to end in 1 or 2 days. There might be some more price correction as well as time correction going forward.
Okay, so that's the take on some of these large cap names. Rupak, on the flip side, metals, the top losing sector today, more than 4% cut and a very major shave off on some names like Hindalco, you have Hindustan Copper, SAIL. Some of these have seen very massive cuts, and not only today, it has been the trend ever since that run up in metals has ended. What is your take on some of these names? What should one be doing when it comes to the metal space?
So metal index has reached its upper band of the rising channel on the monthly time frame. So a kind of correction was expected. Currently it is happening, and on the lower end, it might extend its downside in the short to near term. So I would think that it would be good idea to go short in some metal stocks. And when the metal index falls towards 90-200, then it would be a good levels to go long back in the metal stocks.
Okay. Rupak, we'll give this a pause, right? We'll have to slip in a very short commercial, come back, continue this conversation with Rupak viewers. Stay with us.
We are swing high on the monthly chart now. I think a long position can be taken, although it would be a risky bet. But at this level, one can initiate a long position, keeping a stop loss below 700. And on recovery, I think the stock might move towards 850, 900 kind of level in the short to medium term.
Okay. Rupak, if there was a sector which would lead this recovery or which can hold up as a defensive at this point, what would it be? At least, what are you seeing on charts?
So, power sector can be one sector that might provide provide you a comfort to some extent. But overall, I think the market is looking. The overall sentiment is looking like that. The most of the people are not going to find comfort in anywhere in any asset class, be it gold, be it dollar, be it the equity. So only crude, which is having a golden crossover on its daily chart, is looking good. Otherwise, all the other asset class are looking not looking good. In fact, the comfort is nowhere. But in the case of power sector stocks in India, they are going to give you a simple, slight bit of comfort, but it is not enough to provide your portfolio that kind of alpha return.
Okay. Rupak, it's been a great conversation. Thank you so much for your time, and speak to you soon again. Thanks so much. Okay, viewers, shifting focus from that, let's show the spotlight on everything that you need to be watching out for in tomorrow's trading session, back home as well as globally. And Meryl is here with that list.
Well, yes, let's take a look at the important cues to watch for the 24th of March. Starting first with India, we've got the weekly Nifty expiry, along with HSBC manufacturing PMI data being released. Globally as well, PMI data is going to be focused in a lot of other regions. This includes the US, UK, Eurozone, as well as Japan. In Eurozone, we're going to be seeing services PMI data being released as well, while Japan also tracks inflation data. On the global earnings front, we're going to be seeing results from